Howdy folks, welcome back to Space Engineers. You'll notice this is not the normal backdrop. I am far from home and I've landed at a trading station I discovered. So you can see Earth base, 106 kilometers that way. So I was out exploring in my little ship and I didn't really find anything. I did find a few enemy bases here and there. Pretty heavily fortified actually. I think they almost all had like a big outpost and then 2 scout towers nearby. Seem to be kind of just copied and pasted the same thing. But no prototech or any new like encounter stuff. But I did find this trade station, so I kind of wanted to check it out. And also I noticed on my journey the hydrogen engine isn't, or sorry, the O2H2 generator isn't filling up the hydrogen engines. So I guess I messed up the plumbing somehow. So I'm going to have to take a look at that. But first, let's see if we can go inside. It isn't allowing power to go through, so I can't charge off of that port. Ooh, looks like we got an airlock. Okay. Not sure why we have an airlock on a planet with air, but who am I to judge? So I don't have any space credits, I don't think. I haven't done much with credits. I think they would be in my inventory. I don't think I have any space bucks. So we could possibly do like missions and stuff. They have those available. But you can buy some drills and things here. Silver and whatnot. Sometimes there's missions available to make money. Access denied everywhere up here. Surprising. Ladder going up somewhere. Those are all access denied. It was the IDTC, the Independent Drilling Corporation, I think it was called. Ah, here we go. Store. So yeah, they got all this stuff here. They will buy this stuff. So I could sell some things that I had if I needed to buy something here. I don't really need to buy anything. Ooh, they have uranium for sale. It's kind of expensive. Just a little bit expensive. Here's the contracts. So you can do various things. There's searches. Go out and find a thing. There should be hauling. Acquisition. Yeah, there's a hauling contract. There's stuff to do, but we're not going to do any of that. Oh, here's an ATM. Oh, I do have 10,000. Okay, I guess you start with 10,000 space bucks. So I do apparently have 10,000. Okay. Good to know. Anyway, I want to go see if I could fix my ship, because I would like to get back to my base. My plan was to circumnavigate the planet here. Went east. I'm just going to keep heading east till I get back to my base. But in order to recharge my batteries, I'm going to need to use my hydrogen engines. So let's see if we can get that part figured out. Ooh, right. We're in the safe zone bubble, so we can't do that. So I'll have to go outside the bubble. Let me turn off my lights. And I realized I forgot to put lights on this thing. There we go. So I don't have any hydrogen tanks. It's just the engines. And I noticed when I turned on my H2 generator, it wasn't filling. It wasn't consuming ice. It was consuming just a little tiny bit of ice. I think that was like filling the cockpit or something. And I also neglected to put searchlights on here. I've got some lights just surrounding it, but I didn't put any searchlights on. But let's get outside the safe zone here. And if we go down, I can't remember which way is down. Is it C or Control? I've been playing Space or Star Citizen. Looks like it's C in this game. Controls are slightly different. There we go. All right, let's hit up park. Locker to the ground. Now we can grind. Let's see what's going on here with the old plumbing. So that's the side of a hydrogen engine. I need to go further in. This way. Did I just misalign those? I thought I had them lined up. Oh, stuck. I thought I had them lined up so the ports on the O2H2 gen lined up with the ports on the hydrogen engine. Strange. I might have to take this motor out and see. Because if I go to... I go to this. Yeah, it's right in the middle. Okay. And then if I go to hydrogen engine... It's right in the middle. So why would that not work? Unless it doesn't fill the engines until they're empty? I'm really confused here. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, it's got ports on each side. And I just lined those engines up so they match the port on the O2H2 generator. Let me take one more look at this. But yeah, that would be lined up there. Huh. I don't know. I'm confused. If I turn my hydrogen engines on, you'll see the H2 going down. Because I don't have any tanks. It's just whatever hydrogen is in the engines themselves is what we're using. And I've got 2 on here. So with those running, how long does it take to charge the battery? Like 4.5 hours? 2 hours, okay. It's not terrible. So my idea was I could just, you know, if nothing else, find a lake, land, keep chucking ice in this thing, and eventually get recharged. I also intended to put solar panels on the top of it. I forgot to do that before I left. So we'll let these run until they're all the way down, and we'll see if the O2H2 will fill up. Okay, that was it. When the engine is off, it won't fill up the tank. And when they're both running, it's pulling so much hydrogen that they don't fill up. For some reason. I guess if they're both running. Ah. So one H2 gen is enough to fill 2 or 1 engine. Okay. So yeah, it's sitting there at 3. So maybe they'll run, but it won't fill. Okay. So we're okay. I can use ice. They are plumbed up. They're just there's no excess, so we're fine. We'll let that run until we're out of ice. And oops, if I look over here, I've got a little bit of ice. It's burning through it pretty quick, but we can find more. Making a lot of waste here. I brought plenty of food. So I'm going to go cruise around a little more. It is dark, so it's going to be kind of boring. But local time, the sun is starting to come up. Turn my front engine's off so I can just cruise. And then I need to get turned back around 90 degrees. Just over this way. Oh boy, don't slam into the mountain, please. After all this, that would be hilarious. Okay, 90 degrees, there we go. Got a ship off in the distance there. So I've just been cruising around the world at heading of east. We'll see what happens. I got 14 minutes of power, so not a ton of power, but I'm going to get over the ridgeline here a bit. Maybe find an ice patch, and I'll bring it back in. Well, nothing interesting yet, but it's a cool valley over here. Nice and green. Something a little different. And I also noticed I'm getting closer to my base, so we're over halfway around the planet for sure. And it looks like I've wandered south a little bit. We've got about 10, 12 minutes of energy left. And I'm not seeing any ice, so I might have to land up in the mountains, you know, and mine some snow for ice. It's not going to be a distress signal. Interesting. Wonder, was that could be something new? I'm gonna have to get some more energy though, because as you can see when we start slowing down here, we don't have just a ton of surplus energy budget. So I think I'll head for the snow over here. 5 minutes of power left. When I'm accelerating anyway. Yeah, distress signal keeps popping up. Is that down there? I can't tell if it's down there or up on the mountain. Oh, it's down there. I see it on the side of the mountain. It probably doesn't show up in the YouTube compression, but there is a ship or something down there. Yeah, there it is. Shooting at me, or is it blowing up? I should have put a camera on here. That would have been probably a smart thing to do. I got my front thrusters back on. That's going to be tough to get to. See if we can sit down over here on a flat spot. Kind of stuck in some trees. It looks awful lot like that first ship I found. Somebody said actually had Prototech stuff on it. We get landed and we'll go check that out. Don't have very much power to spare. Maybe there's a battery on there. Nothing else. I can hike up there and get some snow for a little bit of power. How close are we? We are darn close. Beautiful. All right, and park. All right, now I'm good for 2 hours. I'm just going to set that to recharge. So it's not using up any of our precious power. A sight on this gun? A little bit of sight. It looks really, really similar. Don't know if it's hostile. It showed up as white. I don't know if that necessarily means anything. It says unknown, so it doesn't really know if it's hostile to me or not. Use up some of my hydrogen. Get kind of a glide mode with the jetpack. That's not what I wanted to do. Yeah, she's in pretty bad shape. I don't know why it's still on fire if it's all rusted out. Spark emitters on there. Like there's a ramp. They're gonna be turrets. They're just gonna annihilate me. He's a little beat up. Just a little beat up. Well, I might regret this, but let's go up the ramp. She's kind of dark and mysterious in here. It's a little glitched out. Kind of smoky in here. There's a battery, so it has some power we could steal, possibly. I have enough stuff to build a connector. Finding it really difficult to walk on here for some reason. Crouch up here? No, I basically can't get up the hill here. Oh, that's fun. I think if it was on level ground, we'd be okay. We try that trick. Here we go. Well, we're not dead yet. That's a start. We got a we might as well take the rifle and whatnot. Yeah, that battery's like full. If I could figure out some way to get some power off this thing. Turret on the bridge. What are you? Oh, this poor guy didn't make it. I don't recognize that block. Is that something new, or is it just a block I don't recognize? He's got a data pad. I've been in sickier situations than this. Just trust in the plan, and we'll all get out of this alive. Buddy? Hate to tell you. Wait, what'd that say? Flame. Plan the PCU. I don't really know anything about PCU. That's like for servers and whatnot. Well, I think I will see if I can maybe get a connector built on this and steal some power. I don't know if that's a thing. Is that a thing we can do? So I have a connector on here I can just repair. I'm not seeing that connector I can repair. Some ion thrusters and whatnot. Okay, I'm going to get the ship over here and see if I've got enough parts. I don't know if I have enough parts to build a connector. I guess I could just go look. If I grind on this, it's going to upset whoever this belongs to. Let me get on here. I think I've got some steel plates on me. To gravity line. There we go. Shows just how steep this hill is. Okay, let's get up on top. Can't. Yeah, there we go. Alright, we got thrusters galore. I mean, that was an inset connector, but it's a fan. Will it let me just build a connector on here? Then my build planner is empty. I might have enough to build. You go back and get the ship, and I'll get it over here so we got some parts. Yeah, that's just how steep this hill is. I got one landing gear engaged. I have some components on me. I'm not sure. I don't think I have enough to build the connector, but put what we got in here. Unclaimed blocks will despawn it. Oh, it's got a spawn timer on it. That's why I couldn't find that other ship. Oh my gosh, I actually had enough pieces for a connector. Will it give me power? That I don't know. Let's go find out. So, batteries are on. I have to match this crazy angle here. This is a very basic ship. I don't have like a docking camera or anything on here. It's just a basic, let's go fly around a little bit ship. Oh, we got it. Are we taking on power? Sweet. Fully charged in 17 minutes. Alright, cool. Well, I'm going to charge up here. And I'm going to make at least one more episode. My plan is to keep flying around the planet and get back to base. I may poke around the ship a little bit more too, just to see if there's any prototech stuff that I've missed. I'm not super familiar with all the blocks, but we are taking on power. So I'm going to recharge here. And I'll see you in the next episode. Thanks as always for watching, and take care.